What is going on, YouTube? It's Tuesday, and that means it's time for another What Sold video. This is where I show you the top items that I sold this past week so that you can kind of be on the lookout for them yourself when you're out hitting up those thrift stores and garage sales. The cool thing about these sales, most of them actually happened while I was on vacation. We took the whole family up to West Virginia, and incidentally, that state is amazing. It's like something out of a postcard. Everywhere that we went, it was just amazingly beautiful. Highly recommend it if you get to go. But my store was on vacation mode, I had extended handling time, and I still made some pretty cool sales. Check it out. So here's something new, at least for me. These are called glare-ups, and I'm probably mispronouncing that because I've never heard of them before. But I saw these like wool felt shoes sitting at Goodwill and thought they were kind of weird. I mean, everything is made out of wool except for the rubber on the bottoms. Even the inside is wool. I saw them sitting there, looked them up, comps look really good, so I paid $6.50 for them, and they sold within a week for $54.50. Honestly, if I was wearing wool shoes in the summertime, you probably wouldn't be able to get within a mile of me. That's gross. TEVA Zera sandals. They're these real simple sandals. When I actually saw them on the shelf at Goodwill, I thought they were Chacos, but I picked them up. They were Tevas. Decided to look them up, and this might be the best sell-through rate of any shoes that I've ever seen. Paid $6.50 for them, listed them, and they sold within like 3 hours for $36. So here is a shoe bolo, at least one that I'd never heard of. These are Toefl has-beens. They're like a Swedish clog, and they're really made out of wood, as you can hear. And they're so simple. Like the leather is just stapled to wood with some rubber on the bottom. It's the simplest thing ever. But I paid $2 for them from a garage sale, and they sold for $50 on eBay within 48 hours. So when I saw this at a garage sale, I was kind of like, why is there a carrot in a case? But come to find out, it's a metal detecting pinpointer. I was looking at it like this at the garage sale, and the lady kind of knew I was curious about it. So she told me what it was. And it's used in metal detecting. You use the big metal detector to get close to what you're looking for. You scoop the dirt out. And if you don't find a big chunk of metal, you weigh this over, you scooped out dirt to actually pinpoint the metal that you're looking for. Paid $10 for it at the garage sale, and this is a pretty high-end model because it's waterproof. It's a feature that they advertise. Well, this one on the button, the rubber's kind of messed up. It still works, but the rubber's messed up. Could have sold it for a little bit more if it wasn't, but this kind of jeopardizes the waterproofness of this. But I paid $10 for it, and it sold overnight for $60. And the buyer understands about the button and everything, so I think we're good to go. But yeah, 10 into 60, quick flip, pretty good. The value of this thing actually kind of surprised me. This is a Fitbit Flex 2, and it's just a fitness tracker. It's not like a fancy smartwatch with a nice screen, tells the time and all that stuff. It's just a regular fitness tracker. It was actually in the case at Goodwill. Saw it sitting there when I picked up those two Oculuses that I've already saw, or Oculus, I'm not real sure. But I picked those two up, saw this sitting in there, decided to look up comps, and I'm glad I did. It's not new, it is used. Paid $15 for it, and it sold for $78.50 in like 2 weeks. If you ever see this plaid pattern right here, it's called Novacek, and it's pretty specific to a brand called Burberry. If you don't know, Burberry is a pretty high-end clothing brand. I think they make purses and accessories too. But this is just a plain white shirt with the Novacek plaid on there, and then the plaid is actually on the inside of the cuffs too, so when you flip them up you can see it. It's called a flip cuff shirt. But I paid $3 for this one from a little small thrift store, and it sold overnight for $64.50. I'd never heard of this brand of jeans until I saw these sitting at the Salvation Army. They're real nice, heavy jeans. Saw the tag here, Brave Star Denim, and I decided to look them up. They actually make raw or salvaged denim jeans, and you can usually tell that by this little seam on the inside of the cuff here. But I paid $5.99 for them, I believe, from Salvation Army, and they sold for $79.50 in about 3 weeks. So be on the lookout for this Brave Star stuff. It sells really well. I don't normally pick up designer bags because I don't know much about them, and there are a lot of fakes out there. But when I saw this one at a garage sale for 15 bucks, I figured it would be something my daughter would like because it's like a little mini backpack. Well, of course, she didn't like it, so I decided to list it on eBay. And when I opened it up, it actually had the original receipt from the Coach store in New York, so I'm pretty sure it's authentic. Paid $15 for it. It took about 3 months to sell, but it sold for $100 on eBay. So I actually sold several golf clubs this week, but I don't want to bore you with all of them. I just want to show you two that are pretty easy to spot and sell for some pretty good money and typically sell pretty quick. This one is really easy to spot. This is a Skills Refiner, and you can see it's actually got a hinge in it so that when you swing incorrectly, it breaks like that. It's supposed to do that. It's a swing trainer. You're supposed to be able to swing without that breaking. Medicus makes one too. If you've ever found any of these clubs with a hinge in them, they're probably worth pretty good money. Paid about $5 for this one, picked it up in a bundle from a garage sale, and it sold for $59.99 in about a week. Next up is this Nike club. Nike does not make golf clubs anymore, and it seems like the value of them just keeps going up, especially if you can find the right ones. This is a Nike Vapor Fly Pro Approach Wedge. Paid about $5 for it in the same garage sale bundle, and it sold for $115 in about a week. So if you ever see Nike or Vapor, or especially Fly Pro, probably worth picking up. If you can find the driver that's got the Tiger Woods logo on it, go for some crazy money. But yeah, sold for $115 in about a week. You guys may remember I actually picked up two Oculus at a Goodwill. Listed the first one and it sold overnight for $159. Listed this one and I probably should have raised the price, but I listed it for $159 as well, and it also sold overnight. Both of them were in really good condition. I tested both of them, they worked. It is the older model, so I'm kind of surprised that there's that big of a demand, but like I said, they sold really quick. This may be my favorite sale this week, not because it's super rare, super valuable, but because it just kind of tells you that there's money everywhere if you look hard enough. This is a Disney, I hate to call it a snow globe because there's no snow, but it's actually a game. You can see Mickey Mouse on the inside there. But the object is to get the golf ball on the tee, and I've spent an obnoxious amount of time trying to do this, and I've yet to do it. But I picked it up for like $4 at Goodwill, had some fun with it, definitely got my $4 worth, and it sold in about a month for $54.50 on eBay.